Hello, welcome to another edition of Personal Paranormal. Um, this is part two of when I was living with my brother Dustin. Last time I told you about friend Dave haunting us. I don't even know if it was haunting, kind of just messing with us because he thought it was funny. But I also had told you that there was scarier things there. Now I'm going to tell you about those scarier things. Um, so I don't know how many people have died in that house or what the deal was with that house, but there were some things in there that either didn't want us there or just didn't want anyone there. Dustin had a couple dogs, and one of them was an old blue nose pit bull, just really old dog. Sweet. Didn't bark at people, didn't growl, except in two spots in that house. He would go into the kitchen and stare in the corner. There's nothing there, but he would just, hair on the back of him would, stand up, he'd growl, and like a scared growl. Like when a dog is really scared of something, they start growling. That's what it sounded like. And that started almost as soon as we moved in. And I didn't say anything for a while. I just thought, it was an old dog. It's kind of crazy. But 2 weeks after we moved in, I was talking to my brother, and he was telling me how his grandma would sit at the window in the kitchen, which is right next to the corner where, his dog would growl and get, upset about. And she would stare out her back window and yell at people that would walk in the alley, or yell at him when he was playing in the backyard. Said that, she was kind of mean. And it just kind of creeped me out. Nothing, I didn't see anything big. But that was the first kind of creepy, didn't, want to be in that area of the house feeling. Another one was, there was an attic. And the entire time I lived there, I never went up there. And the reason being is that the dog Looney would sit below, the entrance to it and just stare at it and just get agitated. And I would hear footsteps up there, and I would just, not every day, but there'd be points where I'd walk under it and I'd just get this horrible feeling that I need to get away from it. Well, we opened it up one time, and we were going to look up and, use a flashlight and look around there. As soon as we opened up, me and my brother both, and my fiance just got this feeling of dread. Like, don't go up there. Like everything in my body said to close it back up and just walk away and never go back down there. Or never open it up again. And so we didn't. We closed it up, never went up there. At the time, our youngest kid had started to talk to someone, just subtly. It got stronger later on. In the next Personal Paranormal, I'll talk about that, the next place we lived. But there, she would just sit there, and it wasn't like play talking like herself, like an imaginary friend. And if I asked her anything, she was really young, so she couldn't explain things fully, but she wouldn't have an answer to who she was talking to. It wasn't, like to herself, wasn't to her toys, it was to somebody standing around her. So, up to this point, I haven't told you about anything I saw or actually even heard, except for some footsteps in the attic. This next part of this house, I did see something. Downstairs, that's where my brother stayed, but downstairs there was another full apartment down there. Had a kitchen, bathroom, 2 bedrooms, living room area, everything. It was, a full apartment. I didn't like being in there by myself. I would not go downstairs by myself. My brother didn't even really like being down there by himself. He hung up a bunch of crosses and everything in his bedroom. And he just said that he felt things and heard things that freaked him out. And I believed him because I felt in danger when I was down there. So I avoided being down there by myself. I kind of avoided being down there, period. Um, but one day it was, 8, 9 o'clock at night. The bathroom upstairs was full. I really had to use the restroom. So I finally, I mustered up the courage and went downstairs, used the bathroom downstairs. Now the bathroom downstairs had 2 doors to it. One that led into a bedroom and the one that led out into the kitchen. And when you're sitting on the toilet, you can see the one that led out to the kitchen. I had that wide open. The one that led to the bedroom was behind this little nook. There was the shower, bathtub, and on the other side of that was a door. So you couldn't see it. But for some reason, my brother had set up a full mirror up against the wall, and you could see the door. At the bottom of the door, there's a gap about, 2 inches. It was a pretty big gap. So I'm sitting there and I'm trying to hurry because I don't want to be down there. And I'm staring at this mirror trying to figure out why Dustin had it there. And at the bottom of the gap, in the mirror, at the bottom of the gap, 1 minute there's just, darkness. And the next minute there's the toes of 2 boots just were there. They didn't step there. They didn't, fall there. They were just there. It was like 2 work boots, like tan, like hiking boot, steel toe type boots, just under the gap. And at first I wasn't sure what I was seeing. And I looked closer and they were still there. They didn't disappear, they didn't vanish, they didn't step back, nothing. They were just there. They weren't there when I was first looking at this mirror. So I freaked out. I finished up what I was doing as fast as I could, got my pants on, looked back down in the mirror before I ran past the door, and the boots weren't there anymore. It really freaked me out because to get back upstairs, I had to walk past the other door to that bedroom. And it was closed and it was blocked, but there should have been no room for anyone to stand in there because that room was full of all of Dustin's dads and Dustin's grandmas and and whatnot stuff. It was packed. You had to climb over stuff to get in there. That's just the way it was. There was no room for a person to stand there. There wasn't room for boots to fall or there's no reason for there to have been boots under that door. But they were there 1 minute. When I looked back again, they were gone. No one else was downstairs. The only other people in the house was my fiance upstairs in the other bathroom. So I probably haven't ran that fast in my life past the doorway and up a flight of stairs as I did that night. And my fiance was done, and I ran into the bedroom. I told her what had happened. Just because of the feeling and everything we had already experienced in the house. If you had been there, no one doubted me. And it could have been a trick of my mind. It could have been my mind just playing tricks on me because I was already freaked out about being down there. But it wasn't a fleeting thing. It wasn't like I looked over, saw what I saw, and then it was gone. It stayed for a minute. And then as I'm trying to hurry up, then it was gone. They were not there when I got up to leave that bathroom. They were there when I was sitting on my toilet. So, once again, as with every other personal paranormal, you take what you want from my experience. Believe it, don't believe it. It's what I saw and experienced. And it's things that I have no explanation for. If I did, I'd love it. I would love to have an explanation that was simple and safe. But I don't. So, hope you enjoyed this video. As always, like, subscribe, and share. And I will see you soon. That was the last story from that house. The next personal paranormal will be the apartment that me and my fiance and my kids had after this house. And it's only really, it's a kind of several tiny experiences, one big one, but it's all in one. Look for more videos, and I'll see you soon.